Yeah, dog. So Breeze, what sort of milestones you want to achieve in life, like a bucket list, anything like that you get in place?
I thought a bucket list was for like play. Then what a bucket list is for? Like things that you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, that you want to actually do like skydiving and all that crazy heck.
Okay, so on my bucket list for sure. Skydiving for sure is on that list. I gotta try it. Ironically, I terrified of heights, dog. I am terrified of heights, but I would like to skydive. I would like to do that.
That make two away, dog. I don't like
Yeah,
heights for nothing. I don't go on no roller coaster. I don't do nothing including heights, dude.
yeah.
I don't even like to go on tall buildings because of this, dog.
I see a video. I see a video of this couple, my son. This girl, she a terrified dog. Like the man had brunch in the sky. And her feet them dangling in the air, dog. I there like, dude, me know if I would do that. Me know if I would do that. That's a whole different ball game, right?
I definitely would not do that.
Yeah,
You
me
would
know
never
that.
see seas or any of that. I don't have wings. So this is two different things, right?
Mm,
I don't like the deep ocean, like open ocean,
yeah,
and
me neither.
I don't like heights.
Yeah, can't do it.
And I low key dog, like you could laugh if you want, laugh after me. As a grown man, I still afraid Santa P dog.
I afraid Santa P too. What do you mean?
Okay, there we good. There we good.
That's
There
a
we good.
justifiable fear right there, dog. What?
What?
Anybody
I found poo fear in me,
dog,
dog.
that's like a man telling you that he ain't afraid of a flying cockroach. You could stay there.
I ain't scared of flying
I ain't saying
cockroach,
you gotta be scared, but when you try to
but
kill that motherfucker and his
and they
wings come
flying all over.
and his wings
Yeah,
come out,
they will have me on your toes,
you gonna
dog.
be humble. He gonna humble you quick. You check it?
So I got a joke, right? I got a joke. So this to show you how afraid I be of Santa P, right?
Hold on,
Other day,
hold on. Let me bring the party before you ask that question. Let me bring the party. Welcome viewers all over the world. We hope y'all all over the world and locally, but also welcome. We appreciate y'all for coming through for our next episode of the Pass Through Podcast with your boy C's and Breeze. Peace and blessings. Love and peace. Always. Anyways, it's another episode. This episode we're going to get into what it be again, C's? We getting into milestones.
milestone
Yeah, milestones
in
in
life.
life. So let's get into it. Ask a question, C's.
Well, I gonna go back to saying what I was saying, dog.
Mm,
So this a joke, right? Back home, when I just started doing my music and so I mixing and doing my editing and so late in the night, like early like 3 o'clock in the morning and so you check. Man, I found start raining outside, thinking this gonna be a great session, you check. My boy, I hear it I hear that by the computer desk and the face in the wall. All the lights turn off, got get the darkness or whatever. You check?
mm.
So I gonna go ahead and like try and work on this heck. I feel a little heck like something like Velcro brush across my toes, dog. I
The
like what the fuck?
massive Velcro.
Yeah, I feel like that. You check? Yeah, I feel like that. So then I was like, it raining outside. Hmm. I said, you know what? Let me go and pick up this little patch of Velcro heck that you see, like you could stick it on and other things. You
Mm.
check? So I pick it up, and I started thinking to myself, I was like, dude, that ain't what I feel like brushing up against me, dog. Me boy, I get up right, and I tell you the biggest Santa Fe I ever see in my life, my boy. I don't know how we get in the house. This frig was a good like foot long, dog. My boy, no, I did it like, oh my god, like my mother gone casino and the heck, so she set me up low key. That's how I feel. You jack? So I did it. I did in the damn house running. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, screaming and on the fuck like ain't got no eyes. So I hearing the noise and it just coming towards me, dog. I jump from the floor to the chair to the table to the counter, dog. And this heck just chasing me the whole time. I'm like, dude, what the hell? What the hell? Dude, I call my mother like, ma, you gonna gotta come down here and kill this Santa Peter, man. It's Santa be chasing me around the house, dog. Like, it hearing you, dog. Once it hearing you, it gonna follow the sound. I like B. The Santa P literally get up like a friggin' cobra, dog, and pull the head up. I like, no, sir.
Dog,
I ain't never see a Santa P do that before.
dog, them thing vicious, dog. And like, you ever get bit from one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dog. I got bit from my baby one. That thing,
The baby ones, that fan will sting.
dog,
So I always been telling myself if the baby could feel that bad, I don't want to feel the bigger ones with a big pinch of them, dog. I ain't
dog,
want to feel like that.
dog. Me and Karen, nobody said them thing is boy. They from hell, dog. Them thing there. I afraid them thing bad. I had one crawl up on me, a big fat one dog crawl up on me my bed, dude. But the crazy part about it is too, back then we had to have the windows open if current go. Cause we can't
Yeah.
use the fans, right? That current I went, I had the window open, but I didn't know how to hole in the screen. Dog, this thing was in my bed going crazy, And the thing is about centipede, if you lose that motherfucker, you ain't finding that again. You must kill that
No,
if
sir,
you
you
see
gotta
it.
kill it right
Right then
there.
and
Yeah,
there.
right there.
Man.
I don't fuck with Santa P at all, dude.
Man.
I I get bite twice in my life. As a little child
Uh,
and my toe. Like I was outside or something by one of my great aunts or whatever, and I heck just like it just breeze across my toe. I was like, wait, what I be?
right,
Bite me. I watch it bite me. I like, oh my god.
right.
You check? And then the second time, me didn't even want to mention that. That was like the dude, it was the most vicious bite I ever get that from a little heck. I like, dude, you? A little heck like ain't even an inch long dog and you bite me like that? No man,
Right,
they gonna
right.
overkill your ass. But yeah, man, I hate Santa P.
So
So yeah, that's my deepest phase B.
so talk to me real quick. So like so while
Mm.
we while we on the subject of milestones. So what's some milestones that you look forward to accomplishing to get up to marriage? Like you thinking about marriage and you saying that you want, like, is there certain milestones that you want to hit before you get there, or like you still figuring that out in your relationship?
I feel like you still is on the go type thing. We know what we try and get to. We know what's the end goal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I would say working towards that. It definitely should always be working towards that, towards you in make sense to be in that situation. But yeah, I think we're on the right path to getting towards that. What about you? You ever wanted to get married in your life?
Um, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. I feel like the way how I look at relationships when I was younger, I was too. I wanted shit I seen on TV, dog, or like that I seen around me. I was more so always the single one out of my friends group, which I could say is like it was just weird. I don't know that. Like I feel like I was pushing for relationships too much. As far as
Mm.
marriage, I want to say yes because my parents married. They're still married till this day. Still happily married. Still living with each other back home. But I, as a grown man now, yeah, I said yeah, I would like to get married. Is it a priority? Not necessarily, but I feel like as a man, you know who you want to marry when you meet that person. If you think about it, as a man, like you know, dog, like you saying to yourself,
What you mean? Like you mean like throughout the course of the relationship, like you would know, like yeah, or you saying like
yeah, like I feel like
not
as
no
it
like some love at first sight thing.
some people at the work is a love at first sight thing. When they see them, they want to marry them. You check it, but I feel like as your relationship progress, you definitely know that you
Yeah,
want to marry this person, especially if you live with each other, dog. Come on, if you live with this person, you should definitely know if you want to marry this person or not, because you didn't already
that's
figure out what you don't like about this person. That's the first thing you're gonna figure out. Ain't what you like,
true.
is what you don't like about this person, because that did stick out more than anything. Like if they just snore a lot.
Yeah, because and then that's why he's saying too is because like is you might have somebody that might check off all the boxes,
Mm.
and then it's like they might need to work on like three more boxes that you see a little shaky, and it's like you quitting on them, but it's like you train like you communicate it to them and you train let them know like yo, this is why like if you could just work on that down, bam, bam, bam. I guarantee you it could go both sides of the relationship. You check, I ain't nobody perfect, but at the end of the day, I think is more when you're looking at marriage, that's forever, like till that do us part. So you're looking at
That's
it
how you
like,
looking at it.
yeah, me ain't married to get divorced,
I ain't saying that, but
but that's what he's saying is
what
until
what
that do us part.
what you think marriage means to you? When you say when we talk about marriage, what marriage
Mhm.
mean to you?
So marriage is you. I don't think about it both on a personal and
Business?
business level.
Mm.
So it's like they have to complement your life from your business. If you are entrepreneur, they have to be able to understand your mindset. You gotta be able to understand how are you gonna do this life together as a married couple. You check. Um and it gotta be something that you gotta be open to and vulnerable at the same time when it comes to like they working on the maintenance of the happiness within the marriage. It ain't just like a regular relationship where you could be like, Miss on fuck you, Miss on I done to Debbie. I done. Like I don't block. You check, ain't nothing like that, Debbie. Like everything tidy, no, like is I feel like it's just as much as having a child, dude. Like you and that child will actually forever be tied together. I look at it the same way when it comes to marriage, that between the man and wife is the same fuck. I don't care what you go through, we going through this fuck together. I look at my wife and be like, look, you done for me like that? I done for you like that, believe it or not. And that's why I would fucking die for you if I have to. You check? So that's why I feel like it come to.
For me to say I go and die for you really got to be like you really got to be adding to my piece. You check it, like you really have to be this person that when I go out, I say, yeah, she may look better than my woman, but I would never even, I can't look at you that, I can't see nothing past looks.
Yeah,
You
dude. And
check it
I
like,
honestly feel like I honestly feel like if you in a relationship and you might see somebody else that look more attractive and you can't turn to yourself and be like, they ain't got shit on my girl. Oh, they ain't got
yeah,
shit on
you're
my
supposed to always
other.
feel that way.
You're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, her mom's gonna may be pretty, but her mom's gonna stupid like fuck. I ain't care. Like you gotta be able to do what like see that like that person as that apple in your eye all the
This
time,
is
dog.
what I feel like a lot of relationships to go bad. You
Mm.
have to be able to still flirt with your significant other. Don't stop flirting, dog. You could flirt in the beginning all you want, but once you
Mhm.
with that person, and this is man and woman, don't ever stop flirting because you still giving this person assurance that they still fucking with you and they still attracted to you and they still like you for you. You check it. Always compliment your partner. I always make them feel like they're good. I ain't saying you gotta be perfect
Yeah.
because trust me, I ain't perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect,
I
dog.
ain't
Like
perfect, but that's what I had to learn as I got older. You got always keep complimenting and flirting with your partner because we don't get too complacent. We be like, okay, we get a praise. I chilling now. You check it. You ain't gotta do all the
and
same thing.
you still gotta go on dates too, dog.
Right?
Like
Yeah. A lot of people don't go out
you
on
got still
dates. You know?
yeah, you still got like when you have youth on them heck is like
Hmm.
you gotta understand at some point you gotta be okay to say, man, fuck them kids for the night, be like we gotta do something, man.
I'm
Like
a firm believer in
like
fuck them kids.
like what the fuck?
I'm a
Like I
firm
ain't staying
believer.
home and be no.
I'm a
We
firm
outside
believer when
tonight.
it
We
comes to that
outside.
because like when I have children, dog, listen, if I need to go and show my woman or my wife out a good time, listen, if they old, if my children are old enough to a point where they could stay at the crib by themselves, like I have somebody check in on them and be like, you check it. Like I go, my dream is like my envision, like having my house. I gonna have cameras inside my house, so I gonna monitor everything that going on outside and inside. So like by that time, I gonna have cameras in my house. I gonna see what my children them doing, everything.
Damn, Breeze, you gonna get cameras in the house, dog?
Not in privacy areas, but like the living room, kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah, I gonna have a
oh.
hell yeah, I gonna have a camera
I
in
was
that.
about to say I can't come by you and Bram, dog. Like,
Dog.
the fuck?
First of all, why you coming
Like,
by
what kind
me?
of weird
Why you
fuck?
coming by me and doing that?
B, you live all the way in a different state compared to me.
How you know we ain't gonna be in the same
At
state?
that point in
How you know?
at that point in time, cause you want to come
No,
here.
no, no,
You
no,
want
no, 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 no. I said I will come back.
to
I just gotta be making six figures. Was I making six figures? Why not? Why not come back? But anyways, yeah, like
But yeah,
I just feel like when it comes to and then marriage too, dog, marriage is a really big step. You check it because it's like you gotta think about the after. When I get married, is a joint unit. So it's like y'all can't only individually thinking about yourselves no more. Like anything that
no.
you feel like will affect your relationship, talk about it first before you make that move because then you're gonna cause problems. But and also too, don't be looking at other people's marriages. That's why I feel like people that get
And then comparing it, like not even just marriage, it's just people
yeah, a lot
relationship
of people
period.
that compare their relationship to what they see on social media with
Because
friends.
watch out, right? I didn't know about this up until like I had living up here in the States, right?
Hmm.
Go try a subdivision, dog. Basically enroll one of my clients in a Medicare Advantage plan, right?
Hmm.
Next door neighbors, 'cause I went with my business partner. So next door neighbor to the client had a pineapple upside down.
Oh, you didn't know
And
about that?
I didn't know what the fuck that mean.
Yeah,
Right?
that old pineapple. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so my business partner was like, dude, those folks are swingers, bro. And like, what the fuck are you talking
Hmm.
about? Like, what do you mean? He
Hmm.
was like, dude, you see that pineapple is upside down. That's a clear sign, bro. I like,
Hmm.
what the fuck?
Hmm.
Let me hurry up and sell these man the policy so I could get out of
Yeah,
here, dog.
whenever you see that, my boy. Yeah, yeah. You don't know what time it
But
is.
that's yeah, dude. But at the same time, it's like that's somebody else marriage or relationship, and you can't friggin' look at what they're doing and then try and say like that fuck will apply to me. Or
I can't be a
you know what I
swinger,
mean?
dog. I can't be a swinger. Reason being, right? For one, I listen. Just the thought of somebody knocking off my wife, dog. You check it like that will bother me. Like, nah. And then two, like I can't just be out there just flinging all over the place, dog. Cause then I go get addicted to it. I go get addicted to it, and then I go be like, dude, like I have a problem. Like I have a
Yeah,
problem,
dude. Like
dog.
I personally like
I be
like
selfish. I
my
can't be a swinger. I be selfish, but you can't do nothing.
yeah, but
But like if you allow me
I
to do
can't
this,
see
I go,
myself being like that, dude. Because at the end of the day, dude, like I don't work with a lot of health and shit. So I know these fuck that they're out there. It could be sexually transmitted diseases or
that's
just
why you
other
strap up.
viruses that
That's why you strap
yeah,
up.
but at the same time that don't protect you all the
Yeah, but
time
that's why
neither.
you strap up and you still ask for
No. I
clean
good.
results. You ask for
So
results.
therefore my conclusion to the whole process is I good. One partner and that's it. I good.
I can't be no swinger, dog. I can't be no swinger. Just like managing multiple women. I can't do it, dog. I can't do it. But then I gotta give you time. Then still gotta give my main thing time. Then I still gotta make sure you okay. That you gonna get vexed if I ain't hitting you up. I ain't doing what I ain't get the patience for that. I don't have the patience
And
for
then that fuck gonna cost you money too.
that. What? dog. Then I got changed. I got changed screensavers when I come when I meet to the other one. I got screensaver me and you when I meet to this one, and when I go to the other one, I change my screen. Like dog, that's how I
Your
work, you
ass
know.
wild.
But dude,
that's
dog,
that's too much headache,
you
dog.
gotta think about these things, you know, that like it's a lot you gotta do. Me, you know how man have the patience and the time to manage and juggle
That
multiple women. I can't do it, dog.
that's a job on its own, dog.
Dog.
That's what
And
it
then still
sounding
gotta
like.
live your own life and pay your own bills. Dog. Then your girl gonna ask you, so I thought you get paid the other day. Yeah. So how come you ain't got no money? How come we can't go? You don't already spend your money at this at your side take deals.
I telling you, dog, like that fuck don't
Like
make no
dog,
sense.
that's too much. I can't do it. I can't. And then think about it,
I
right? Think about it. When the holidays come up, oh my God, Valentine's Day, birthday, fucking Christmas, Thanksgiving. How you gonna be two places at the same time? Like, like nah, dog. I
I
can't.
forget what movie it was. What movie it was? When Pana went to the grocery store and he was married to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Christmas movie, man, with Monique. That movie with Monique in it.
Monique.
Yeah, man. I think is I don't remember. But basically Pana went to the grocery store. He married, but because he's an ex NBA star or whatever it is, like a retired NBA star, he might meet the girl at the friggin' store, dog. Whole time his sister in law find out the heck invite the same girl over to the friggin'
That's
Christmas
tough.
dinner, dog. Yeah, man. A heck will crazy
Dog,
be.
you
I
know
freak
how
crazy.
crazy it is for a woman to dog. You gotta be careful when it comes to woman, dog, because you don't know what they're capable of, And then especially if they know each other, dog it be a fuck rate. You doing dots, and your sister-in-law is friends with the girl that you're citing, dog. And then, and then dude,
Yeah, dude.
that dude, to have a woman blow up your
Eh,
spot like that, that's crazy, dog. Boy,
yeah.
you ain't get it. I
So
ain't
at
get
the end of the
patience
day,
for that.
dog, I rather stay to my own, dog.
Yeah,
Like nah.
yeah, I good on
I
all of
good.
that, dog. That's too much.
When I younger, maybe, but no, nah. I too tired of that fuck, dude.
I feel like as you get older, your mind progresses differently to a point where you had patience for certain stuff, but now it's just like you don't really have the time to do it because you have a lot more going on in your life. You try to maintain your life, and then you just add in baggage onto it because that's our choice, dog. At the end of the day, that's our choice. You choosing to do that.
You choosing to do that.
You check it? So
You
you
choosing
got,
to put yourself through that for it,
you-
not me.
yeah, you gotta be careful. Me, for me, when it comes to marriage, I don't just look at marriage just like you said, like a business, right? I look at marriage like a business, and then also too, like I feel that being married should. I don't want to say 50-50. I don't want to say that. I want to say it should be equal. You check it, like it should be equal in a marriage. You, I holding down the fort, you taking care of all the other the what you call it. Let's say I holding on the state, you taking care of the cities. You check it in that kind of way. Like that's what a marriage should be. I shouldn't have to be taking on the whole entire state and the cities. You
Hmm.
check it like like we supposed to make our lives easier, especially if we get children too. We're supposed to make our lives easier, dog.
We're
So
supposed to like go hand in hand, kind of complement each
yeah,
other
like
at
the
the
left
same
hand supposed to wash the right.
time.
That's what we're supposed to be. You can't the left.
And I always used to look at it like even in a regular relationship,
Yeah,
like
that should be in a regular relationship.
your partner supposed to be kind of stronger in your weak points. So it's like while you working and getting stronger because of your partner, it's like they actually kind of covering you at the same time because it's like you feel it, like they basically covering the areas where you get a little gap. You check?
Right.
Like I feel like it should come down to teamwork. If you functioning as a
My
team,
God.
I feel like that's all it come down to that.
That bullshit that people will be saying you single until married. Let any woman tell me that while in a relationship with you. You single till married? Oh, okay. Cool. So since you single, then boy, I wish
Them man thinking like it's fucking W
back in the
fours or
day and
some
not
shit.
like the man.
Man thinking like it's W fours
What
be
type of
like it's
bullshit you telling
taxes.
me? But you single till you married? The man,
Them man thinking that it's fucking taxes, dog.
you
It's wild.
crazy. Me and you in a relationship? You just ain't married? Fuck you telling me? Man, I ain't want to hear none of telling me that there. I don't believe in that there. I don't believe in that.
So so you we could agree, like, okay, you look at it like a business,
Most
right?
definitely.
You have an idea what you would like your wedding to be like, or like where you would even want it to be.
I get two versions of it.
Mm.
One, I wouldn't want to set a big event. Basically, kind of like what my mother had last year for her birthday party. I like to have something like that there for my wedding. However, on the flip side, it depends on the partner because sometimes your partner don't want to have a big wedding because they have social anxiety. So they don't deal well in big crowds, right? So you got kind of compromise in a sense to where
Yeah, but it's big crowds with your family though.
yeah,
See,
but like you got
this is how I don't look. This is how I don't look at it, right?
mm,
The marriage is for the couple, but the wedding,
it's for the people.
like, is for the
Yeah,
families to come together. So it's like a whole ceremony. They all that are in awe for the whole couple, the bride and the groom.
right,
But at the same time, they dare to actually become one, and one in like in imagery.
right.
And at the same time, they gain to know each other a little bit better. So it's kind of like a family reunion, but it's becoming a new thing. You check? So that's how I do see
Like I don't really want it to be too big. Don't get me wrong. I like to have a lot of
it.
my close friends and family there, but that's the thing. I know so many people, dog. Like I am so close with a lot of people. It's like it'd be hard for me to choose a best man, dog. You check it. Like I don't say okay. If I go be real, at my wedding, I don't already know who will be my two best man. I gonna have two, not one. I gonna have two. It be
Mm.
you and Nitty for sure at my wedding. You already know why. Like yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a definite. I will also like my brother to be my best man too. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I like my brother to
That's what I would. That's what I would say,
yeah.
because I find myself in the same situation because it's like I have too much people that I could pinpoint as
A lot of
groomsmen.
like a lot of
Yeah,
people
dude.
that
And it's like as much as me and my brother close,
mm,
it's like you been around me more in the like the me being my total
yeah,
self and not being big brother.
right,
You
right,
check?
right, right,
So it's like I feel like you know me on a whole different level compared to my own brother might even know me.
right, right,
But then when it come down, when I says I up towards my cousin now, I will say my cousin is probably the closest person to me that
right,
like my cousin Dan Dan. You
right.
check? So it's like at that point, it's like, yeah, like what? I gonna just can't pick no fucking best man and just fucking say
You
is
could have
is fucking
multiple
all
best man,
groomsman.
dog. You could have listen. Is at
But
the end of the
then
day, is your wedding. You could do what you want at
yeah,
your wedding.
but
You check.
it crazy that when you think about it, it's like, wow, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, it
That's a
is.
lot to think about.
And then you gotta think about
So,
invitations, who we want to invite, how because if you start going on a list, that way they go turn bigger than what you really want it to be. You
dog,
want
and
so
that's the
many
thing. I know
people.
thousands of people
Yeah.
that like I have traveled to different states and all kind of
Yep.
shit, and it's
Same
like
here. Same here. I met some cool ass people
I
throughout my
know
life.
yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
know too much
Yeah.
people. Would I invite them to my wedding? That's why you're gonna come down to.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be more like, yeah, me and you ain't that close like that there. Okay, you ain't gotta get invited. But I gonna still share the video and so later
Right,
on,
right,
you
right,
check?
right.
But yeah,
And then
that
you
like
also
that's a big.
you also have to take into account of your wife, right? Because let's just be real. The wedding ain't for you and she, you know, that wedding is for she. You check it, that
He,
wedding is for she, ain't for you and she. So everything gotta be
yeah,
aligned. The way how she want a
dude.
wedding,
The crazy. What's the budget that you will think your wedding will have to like to cover your whole wedding? What you think the budget would be?
dog, I have no idea. None. I don't know. Cause like dog, I simple dog. Like we as man, we simple. We want a whole bunch of
Yeah,
decorations and all kind
I
of
gonna
shit.
I gonna
So it's like,
I gonna tell you for no. I gonna tell you for no. The wedding dress is easily the most expensive
and
thing.
God.
Then it gonna be the venue.
Yep.
Then the
Yep.
catering.
The catering will be
Then
expensive too, for sure.
then you start to go into the like the friggin' colors are all of that shit at the
Mm-hmm.
wedding and like it's a lot, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly speaking, dog, I would say just keep a little 30,000 aside for that
To
fuck.
be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. I cool with just even having a little bit of close friends and
Mm.
whoever the pastor or whatever, and then we just do it there. You check it, but
Then you could go courthouse,
yeah,
dog.
core toast. But I'm not saying I don't want to. Is whatever. I'll just be honest. However my wife wants to get married is what we're gonna do. However she wants to get married is what we're gonna do. That's
I feel like it's okay if you and your partner there to that level where it's like, yeah, you propose, you want to get married, and you want to do a small little wedding,
mhm.
like not wedding, but like you just a small little marriage. You could easily go courthouse, probably a couple $100 or whatever, get it done, and then later on, like probably
The
a year or so
anniversary, then
later,
do the
you could
big wedding.
you could do the wedding. You
Yeah,
check
yeah,
like you ain't got to do everything up front.
yeah.
Of course, you don't still need like your best man or her best friend and the witnesses. You check, but other than that, like nah, you could go about it in different ways, man.
So okay, so let we dive into this now because I feel like this is a
Mm.
hot topic.
Mm.
What's your take on getting married before having kids?
That's how I want to date, ideally. But
Why?
I know that ain't the same. To be simply, to put plain and simple, that me want nobody else raising my children, especially when it comes to
Akim.
my. No, listen to what he's saying. I personally don't want nobody else raising my kids. At the same time, I ain't want to make no permanent decisions with nobody that is temporary. Then, on top of that, we both will have equal rights to our youth. At the end of the day, if I tell you my child ain't going to this field trip and you want to go and date, it's legally not happening. Like at the end of the day, like no.
Okay, wait. But you do realize that being married they ain't changing nothing, right?
Yeah, they are.
No. I talking about like because you say you don't want nobody to be taking care of your child. Dog, even
Mm.
if you marry this girl and I'll break up, somebody's still gonna be taking care of the child.
Yeah, but at that point, it's gonna be a lot more harder for you to just do
But
that.
that's not.
Like we could have more of a custody arrangement already in
But you
place.
could do that without
Other
being
than
married, though.
yeah, but it's harder when you're not married. The child is automatically the woman's child first.
Okay, so what you think? What you think will
This is
happen?
this is a saying that these is a saying that they'll be saying, "Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe." Right? Fuck all of that. As your husband at the time, me and you have the child. That's just as much your child as it is mine.
But it's still the same without being
No,
married, though.
no,
Dog,
no,
wait. Vibe with me really quick,
no. It's
right?
not.
Vibe with me really
No,
quick.
it's not.
I need everybody to vibe with me really quick, right? Is nothing saving you? This is just my perspective. This is nothing saving you, right? If I breed you, ain't nothing stopping me from leaving you, regardless if we married before or not. It's the
So
same thing.
for example, right? If you ain't married, and like we said, for example, you ain't married right now, right? You and your girl going to have a child. You ain't there to sign the birth certificate, or even if you dare, and she just chose to leave the child in her last name. You know she has more rights to that child than you, right? You do know that, right? Legally.
The war gonna burn before that happen.
And
The
you gonna
war gonna
end up
burn.
a next nigga in jail,
First of
nigga.
all, my DNA is in this child. You can't
That don't
get
mean
breed
shit.
without me. Me, you can't get breed without me. And you gonna tell me, look me dead in my face, and you gonna say, but you gonna put a child in, you gonna give the child your last name, and I've been present the
You
entire pregnancy.
you better go and fucking get married first.
You have another thing coming. Newsflash, buddy. Newsflash, buddy. You have another thing coming because you out your fucking mind. If you're gonna tell me that the
Okay.
child last name ain't gonna be mine, married or not, you crazy. You
It could be done,
boy,
dog. It could be done.
boy, boy. Listen, I am
My
not.
my thing is right. I just to be on the safe side. Like at the end of the day, is everybody's choice. This is America. Childish Gambino reference, right? Whatever you choose and you choose to handle it, that's adulthood, dog. Like I don't give a fuck what you get going on, what you get going on. What you choose to do is how you gonna handle it. For me, I ain't want to have no children unless I am like I like let me say for example, I did have a child, right? And I wasn't married yet. I will have to trust that person enough to say like, yeah, okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? And me personally, just based off of my morals, I will most likely want to be married to that person before the child come.
Dog, I don't care about none of that, dog. I just feel like if you I no, I ain't discrediting what you say. That's your perspective. I ain't
Mm.
discrediting that. I saying for
Yeah,
me,
yeah. To each his
I
own.
say for me, dog, like I just don't see the difference. If me and you is in a relationship for 2, 3 years, especially dog, it's never a rush when it comes to children. It's never a rush or marriage, right? However, at a certain age, you say to yourself, do I want to be running and chasing this child when I turn 40 or when I turn 50 and my bones old? You check it. Like, do I want to be running and chasing this child? Do I
You
want to
can't even
lose
talk at
sleep?
that age. You can't even talk hard to
You
your
check
child
it.
because
You
your child
can't.
don't bigger than
While
you.
I
You
still
too
have
feeble.
energy in my body and I in my prime, I need to release this water from my back. You check it. So I just saying, it depends on the relationship. It depends on the individuals in the relationship. Me, Breeze. If I say I can breed you, or if I breed you, I am going to stick around for the entire pregnancy. I want to be a father. I know that for a fact. I don't know about
Mm.
any other dudes out there that said the same thing and then they change up, they get cold feet. I understand that having a child is a serious thing, right? It's a serious thing and it's a commitment for 18 years or however long you decide to, whatever happens to
No,
the child.
dog is for your life.
Well, okay. When
Because
I say when I
your
say
your
18
life
years,
is no longer your life is no longer your
oh,
life
yeah,
anymore.
I understand that. When I say 18 years, I mean like in the household, supporting them.
Yeah,
You check it.
yeah.
So my thing is, you as an individual, if you are ready to have a family, then that it has to be discussed between the two parties. Now I get it. Women are cautious when it comes to man saying that they want to have a child or they're cautious about not being married before having children. I get that. I completely get it. But ain't nothing stopping the inevitable. There's nothing stopping it. I feel it's
Yeah,
worse.
but at the
I feel
same
it
time
worse.
though,
Wait,
at the same time though, Breeze, they gotta be mindful of that too, because at the same time, like they gotta be picky and they gotta be able to
everybody
like
should be picky.
know what it is. Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, as man, we ain't going through no transformation. Like that freak though changed their body for
You
life.
think that.
You check?
You think that. I
What do you mean I
seen
think
a
that?
lot of my partner them that was as skinny as me
Mm.
and they get a baby weight the minute they have a child. They get fat. Ain't only the woman that go through changes, my boy. The man too. Trust. Them man that get
Yeah,
a
man.
baby weight just like the woman them. That's the only time I feel
Well,
like I gonna gain weight. Is the minute I have a child. I get a baby weight. Everybody gonna look at me like Breeze. No man. When you gain weight, I just had a baby dog. I just had a child dog. You check it. I stressed out.
that's funny though. That's funny
But
as
I just
fuck.
saying that, like for me, it don't make no difference if I breed you before I marry you. If anything, this is how I look at it. If anything, after I breed you and I see how great of a mother you are, hell, why wouldn't matter of fact, you you having my child for 9 months gonna make me want to marry you as the baby man.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like, why, Breeze? This is what he's saying, right? Because the way that your thing sound to me is, I could date somebody for a year. Me know how they gonna really be, me really vet them like that there, and then on top of that, they pregnant with my child now. So what if? Cause you looking at it like, oh, she gotta be able to take care of my kids first, right? What about if she ain't a good mother? Like, what if she don't have the nature of, like, the natural nature of a mother?
I'm not going to
Cause some
breed you.
woman,
I'm not going to breed you or say I want to have a child with you if I know
you
you're not a
wouldn't
good mother.
you wouldn't know that though.
No, you could, dog. The only
You
way you're gonna tell if a woman is a good mother or not is how they react when the topic is brought up about kids. That's one. Two, if they have any siblings, if they have any nieces or nephews, how they react around them. That's two. Three, how they carry themselves, how they carry their hygiene, if they are clean person, if they are organized person, if they organize the house, if they take care of you. If they take care of you, you could tell that they will have a motherly instinct to be like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
but at
could
the
take care
same
of
time, there's a lot of women who could do all of that, but still don't want to have children, dog.
yeah, they would, but that's the ones that they will tell you that they don't want to have children. You, this is how I look at it. I could marry you, right? And you would be my wife. But then you're a terrible mother. I gonna be vexed because no, me wanna be with you no more because you can't take care of our child. If you're a terrible mother,
No,
I don't
you
want to
you
be with you. What?
I see it like this, right? Like, if you know you looking for a wife that will be, because honestly speaking, dog, we are looking for, once you're looking for a wife, you're looking for a woman of your youth them, like the mother to your youth them, right?
Mhm.
You gonna vet she for all of that frig before you even start to go along with the process of having children. So it's like, for me personally, I want to make sure that me and you could work regardless as a life partner to each other, dog. Then we gonna unveil that chapter of our life with children and everything as well. You check? So it's not like I gonna be forced rape or I gonna basically jump ahead of that to then be stuck in a situation that may not be good at the end of the day. Because we have a ton of statistics already, dog. Like, at the end of the day, most people who have, like, back home, for example, right? They will go, don't get married, have the youth first. They bound to be done with it. Partner probably been cheating on she even while they pregnant. Partner done cheating on she already. They done. Then when you look, partner ain't even fucking with a youth like that. You check, like, is
That could
real
happen. That
statistics.
could happen after marriage too. That could happen after
Yeah, but
marriage.
is rare. This is why he's saying though, it rarely happens when you're married
Yeah, but it
already.
could still happen. It could
Rarely.
still happen.
Yes, it's still, dude. There is always going to be an exception to the rule, dog. At the end of the day, you gonna always, dog, have the statistics when you weighing out options. Like we said, for example, would you go to the Amazon and friggin' go say, "What you going fishing in one of these lake down here?" Or would you go to, like, the beach back home and fish and get some fish from the
I
beach?
I wouldn't fish. Period. Fishing is boring.
Okay, but what I saying is that
I
the
know what you mean. I know what you mean. I just say
what I'm saying is the case study is going to show you what is more likely to happen. And like, you being an intelligent being, you're gonna want to go with the favorable option at every time, dog. Right or wrong? You just don't see it that
I
way.
just see
I
it.
see it
It's
that
not.
way.
It's not that I against marrying before having a child. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, don't tell me that you want to get married to me before we like. Not saying that, but like I just don't make it like how should I put this? Non-negotiable because like it just don't look. It don't make sense to me that you want you looking at the world as a safety net to be like, oh, I don't want to be a baby mother. You still gonna be a baby mother even after marriage. It don't
No, but
make
she
no
a wife
difference.
first, dog.
Huh?
Is that's the difference? She a wife first. That's what she's
But you're
supposed to
still
do.
a baby mother, dog. You still I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Nah,
you are a wife, but you're
nah.
still going to be a single parent. Okay, let me rephrase the word. You're gonna be a single parent still. It don't matter. It don't is not nothing changing with marriage. This person and it is both ways. The wife could leave the dude with the child. It works both ways, but I'm just saying like it does not make a difference. This person can still leave you at any given moment, any given time. You check it. That's just how I looking at it. It just
I
there's
see
no
you.
difference in it. But yes,
I hear your
marriage
point.
is on the table for me for sure. Marriage is definitely there. I would like to be married at some point. Um, and I just feel like when you get there, like as a man, I feel like I was saying earlier, you know that you want to marry this girl that you with, dog. Because we dated a lot in the past. We dated multiple women, different races, backgrounds. And I know a good bit of them woman, you never said to yourself once, I could see a future with she. I could see a family with she. I would like to marry she. Dog, there's only been like maybe one. You check it, that I felt like maybe is a possibility. But other than that, nah. I glad I dodged them bullets. I could tell you that. I glad I dodged a lot of bullets. And I was like blinded in the moment. And then like, looking back at it, being like, Breeze, imagine if you are breach, and you were talking about it, imagine if you are breed this girl. You don't
But
breed
that's
some
what he's
shit.
saying,
You
dog.
don't
Like
breed no
that's exactly what he's saying. Like, for example, right? If you looking at your partner as somebody that you could really settle down with and really do life with,
mm.
the ups and downs, all of that. All of it is in the vows, you know. If you willing to do everything that is in them vows with that person, my boy, why not wait and fucking just have the youth with her when you done cross that bridge of marriage, dog? That's just my opinion. I look at it like I gotta be able to function with you first because if I got a baby mother who is dysfunctional as fuck with me, it's not going to work. And I ain't trying to pass that on to my child, dog.
Do you
You understand?
think you can marry a woman within a year of being together?
No. Because I feel like within a year of being together, that's where you actually gain to really know the person like that.
Man,
You by like I feel like the first year is like, cause you know dead ass dude. You know dead ass. All that fucking sweet talk and fuck like the real colors of the person ain't gonna reveal itself until probably like 3 to 6 months into the relationship, dog.
or when they move
You
in.
understand? When you move in the same ways. You check? So it's like, and that's our next thing too, is like if you living in separate houses, you could always fucking have the idea and like the idea of the person, but you don't really get to see who the person really be. When they actually move in, well, that's when you really get to see who the person is. Like you could really see if you could actually do this every day or if you can't. You understand what
I
I'm
got a
saying?
petty pet peeve, dog. I don't think this
What?
is petty, but you could be pretty all you want, dog. But once you start snoring, dog, I'd be punching the air, dog. Cause they're trying to sleep. And I'd be jealous bad because you sleeping so peacefully and then over here trying to sleep. Cause I a light sleeper, dog. And I try to sleep, but you over there sleep snoring like a grown man. And they're like, dog, I've been working a 12-hour shift. You were only working 8, so how you more tired than me? and I try and sleep,
Then
but you over there
I
passed
guess
out.
I guess you just like living alone then.
No, 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 no. I'm not
Because
saying I can't
at
live with
some point
somebody. I'm not saying
at
that.
some point I feel like everybody snores at some point,
No,
dog.
no, that'll piss
If
me
you ain't
off. That'll
snore,
piss me off. That
if you ain't snoring or snore,
nope,
you probably
nope,
ain't that tired,
nope.
dog.
What? You
You
have to
ain't
be
that way
that tired to snore?
hell yeah.
No, no. You the just
Hell yeah.
you. Listen, snoring, they really off my soul, dog. Okay, I don't care, dude. Like that'll off my soul. 'Cause I try to sleep, dog. But I'm not saying I can't live with somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that these things.
Is something you may have to compromise with, me boy.
Well, what I do sometimes too, either just either okay. I have insomnia, so I have medication to help me sleep. So if it comes down to it, I could just take my medication. That's my compromise. Get my
Mm.
medication to sleep. You check it by just saying, like for me, that's like a petty pet peeve that I have. You check it when I live with a significant other, like snoring. That snoring fuck they get to me, dog. Cause like I said, I'd be jealous bad. Cause you over there pass the fuck out and I check. Dog, I envy people that could literally lay the fuck down in their bed and fall asleep, dog. It's a process with me when it comes to me fucking
It is
falling
a
asleep.
process for me too, dog. I
Like
ain't even gonna lie.
my brain have to literally wind the fuck down. You check it like I have to power down like a GPU. Have to power down for me to sleep. Hey, yeah, motherfuckers, dog.
Dog, I used to have to use calm to go sleep, dog.
Yes, me
Like
too. Me before I got my
yeah,
medication, yeah, dog. I had to do it. And it would
yeah.
work like 70%
It do
of the
work.
time.
It'll work fast too, dog. Like sometimes it'll work so quick, it'll be like, what?
70%
I
of
wake up
the
the
time.
next day, like,
That's
what?
what go work.
I fall asleep. Me even know how this story ended, no, but this for what?
But nah, nah, I can't say like I wouldn't be able to like live with somebody like dog. I've lived with women before. I lived with partners before. You check it, so I know how it is. So
Yeah,
it's not something that I not prepared for. I prepared for. I lived with somebody and her child before, and I did that for the first time. That way ain't nothing easy. You check it, so I I I I just have to say shout out to all the dads, all my homeboys that's fathers that in their child's lives. And that's married too, that married to the woman. My heart goes out to Ayo. I look up to Ayo because y'all doing y'all thing. And it's so dope to see people that you went to school with, grew up with, that they actually family man. So like it's so dope.
yeah, dude.
And
Like I
I beg shout out to Nitty too because I seen that man grow up. And yeah, he doing right by his family. So big shout out to Nitty, man.
yeah, the man changed for the better
For
in a lot
sure.
of
For
ways.
sure. I feel like that was the best thing that happened for he. And yeah, I really happy for the man. So
Yeah.
I hope there's more peace and blessings. But yeah, that's just my take on it, man. Like marriage is a big thing and we just have to cross that bridge when we get there. That's how it.
So let me ask you this now, right?
Mhm,
Now that we don't cover the topic of today for the most part, I want to know, my boy,
mhm.
what's one of like career wise? What's your milestone that you trying to get to with your career? What's the one thing I'll be like, yeah, it gave me
Make passive income and make 6 to 7 figures a year.
with your career?
Not my career. I could.
No, I want you like with your career
But my
though. Like
career
what?
no, I
Yeah.
have to get to like UPS or FedEx, dog. Them man start out like like 100 no, I lie. Like
No,
60
no.
60 an hour.
What?
That's what the man that's where the man start. Either start out at 50 and top out at 80 or 100 an hour. I gotta look up into it. But them man that make 6 figures. Like them mechanics that are work on them planes, yeah, them man that make 6 figures easy. Easy. So with my
UPS
career
and
now,
FedEx?
I don't see my goal, me meeting my goal with my career now. Granted, I have a good career. I have a great career. But I could always progress. My goal is to always progress, dog. But passive income, that's definitely a goal of mine, and I will accomplish that either in the next year or the year after. So I definitely will be making passive income soon, for sure.
Believe
I want to make money while I sleep, dog. That's my dream. I sleep in and I'm making money. I don't have to clock in all the time. You check? So yeah. What about you?
For me, I done down the path to that fuck where I just I want to basically grow my brokerage. Like if I get like 10 agents under me or 10 brokers under me, I good. You check.
Mhm.
So that's probably about it. But yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna get there, man. I feel confident. Like I say, I don't always. This is a mentality that I don't have, right?
Mm.
And this is why like I don't easily get pissed off, right? And in a lot of ways, it's not even with anybody. It'll be with myself.
Right.
If like I is the type of person I'd only look up to one thing or one person. That's me in 5 years, right?
Right.
So if I wake up and I feel like I ain't taking the steps to be that person in 5 years,
Mm.
I have an issue with it, dog. And it'll really get me off to the point that I ain't want to talk to nobody. I then in a fucked up mood. And I just like leave me, let me just calm down and like figure out why it went the way I wanted to went. Like go to that. You check? But that's basically the type of mentality I don't be on. I don't know if it's a healthy mentality. I think it is for me. 'Cause I have goals that I maintaining and I making sure I striving for on a daily. But when it come down to how upset I don't get, dude,
Mm.
and it's like, yeah, it'll be like, man, like I got back off. I got back off and calm down.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get her, man. We're gonna get her. It gonna take some time, but we're gonna definitely get her for sure, dog. But
I ain't concerned about like like getting other brokers and shit like that. Like that's easy.
mm,
But I just want it to be based off of as a business owner. Like I want it to always be something. I always like to have revenue generating actions in place. You check.
right,
So if I ain't making no money in some type of way or fashion, I have an issue with that. You check.
right.
So but it good, man. It good. It cool. It's business. Everything gonna get ups and downs. With any type of business that anybody may be doing, you gonna always have your ups and downs, be. But you just gotta weather the storm and just keep grinding, be.
Facts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it. Well, you you see how intense a topic like this could be, right? But this is a good episode. It's a good episode.
Yeah, man.
We appreciate.
It was a good talk. It was a good
Yeah, man,
talk.
for sure. Appreciate y'all for coming through or passing through to another episode of the Pass Through
Yeah,
Podcast
man.
with C's and
Yeah,
Breeze.
man.
C's, we need you to take you out real quick. Take you out, take you out.
Man, you know what? Give thanks for passing through the Pass Through podcast with Seas and Breeze and fix your motherfucking face, nigga.
Chills. Chills every time.
Shut up, man.
Y'all be easy, man. Be safe. Peace.